In 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court made a big decision in a case called Brown versus Board of Education. It said that it was no longer legal to keep black and white kids in separate public schools. But just because the law changed didn't mean everybody followed it, especially in the South. A few years later, in 1957, something major happened in Little Rock, Arkansas. 9 black students, later known as the Little Rock Nine, decided to enroll at the all white Central High School. Those students were brave. They showed up to school knowing they were walking into danger, and they were met with crowds of angry white people who didn't want them there. The governor of Arkansas even called in the National Guard, not to protect the students, but to block them from entering the school. Imagine that. The government trying to stop kids from getting an education just because they were black. This got the whole country's attention. Dwight D. Eisenhower wasn't having it. He took control of the Arkansas National Guard and sent U.S. Army soldiers, the 101st Airborne Division, to make sure the students could safely enter the school. It was the first time since the 1800s that the federal government had sent troops to the South to protect black people. Even with the soldiers outside, it was rough inside. The Little Rock Nine were harassed every day, pushed, spit on, threatened, called names. Some students even threw things at them, but they kept showing up. One student, Minnie Jean Brown, had a moment that stuck out. She was in the cafeteria when a group of white students started blocking her path and making fun of her. In the chaos, she spilled her tray of chili on them. They called it the chili incident. And even though she was being bullied, she got suspended. Later, after another situation, she was expelled from the school entirely. Minnie Jean didn't give up though. She moved to New York and finished high school there. Her story is a reminder of how much these kids had to go through just to learn. The story of the Little Rock Nine is about courage, determination, and standing up for what's right, even when it's hard. These students helped change America, and their bravery still inspires people today. But here's the thing, some people are still trying to erase stories like this. New laws and policies are making it harder for teachers to talk about race, civil rights, and our real history in schools. That's why it's important to keep sharing these stories, because if we don't, they'll disappear. If this story meant something to you, hit like, leave a comment, and share it with someone. That small act helps keep history alive. And don't forget to follow for more stories you won't find in your school textbook.